that is it. Let me. Huh? Thank you, Jamaica, for sharing. I was having some difficulties with that last link, so I had to start all over again. All right. Yes, you're here. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. If you only knew. So, I don't know why I decided I wanted to turn my light off today and have this light on, but I was feeling it for a good 15 minutes. Now I'm about ready to turn it off. Hey y'all, come on into the room. Do y'all see the link down below? Y'all know I have a free gift for y'all. So that one is titled Past Be the Past and Focus on Your Future. It's a great read. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm not gonna even sit up here and play with this light. Hey Shay, how are you? I am not about to play with this light. I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm used to doing. Just give me my white light. My bright white light. Alright, so y'all, today we are going to talk about reels and Roth IRAs. So the Roth IRA was requested. So thank you very much for requesting. And I hope that the information that I provide can help you. I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I am not a financial advisor. I am not a CPA. I do not hold any special license other than a mortgage lending processor. I do have a certification in accounting, but it's just a certification. It is not a actual CPA license or anything. Or, but just to start off, when I do give this information, all of this is based on my own experience, things that I have practiced myself. Tiffany, if you would, it's not public. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second, y'all. This happened last time. All right, I know how to fix that. This is an easy fix. Thank you for letting me know. Let's just go here and let's see. Okay, it is public now. Also, Jamaica, would you tag Tiffany for me? I had promised her that we were gonna tag her and Elite Boutique as well. If you could tag her, I appreciate you a million. Thank you so much. So I'm turning the screen up so I can see the comments, and I'm about to go back to my dashboard so I can see it as well. Okay, because I want to see what y'all see, and I also want to see what the other screen has to show. All right, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So as far as the reels, we're gonna go to that one first because it's the easiest topic. The reels. So I was on a friend's live yesterday, and I came in and gave out some knowledge. I kind of gave out some of this information on my last live last week, but I just wanted to share and reiterate that hashtags can carry spam. they can cause your reels and posts. Thank you, Shay. They can cause your reels and your posts not to, um, uh, you know, I guess go through the trend of going to other followers. So, with that being said, if you do use hashtags, it is preferred that you make up your own hashtags. And if someone else start using your hashtag or a group start using your hashtags, they can get spam depending on what type of content that they upload with the hashtag. Um, so me just being safe first, I'm not gonna use any hashtags, but if I do, it's probably just gonna be introducing Tracy, and then if I do that, it's just gonna be something, very simple but bare minimum for me, because my name is literally everything. Introducing Tracy, that's my brand. That has so much to do for me. Didn't see your live earlier. Glad it's visible. Oh, thank you for letting me know. That's strange that you didn't see it earlier, but I did just recently just deleted it because the PM link had a little technical issue, so I had to delete it to recreate a new one. So I will make sure that my future links are good. I'm still learning this software. It's kind of fairly new. This is my second week using it, so I'm super excited to learn some more things about this software. And I really love it because it's streaming right now on 3 platforms. So people that are on Twitch can watch me, people that are on YouTube can watch me, and Facebook, you are watching me. So I really appreciate, being able to do this one time and hit 3 platforms. So that was a great investment for me. Back to the reels. When it comes down to the music, as I have shared many times, please be cautious using music, even though Facebook does give us and provide music for us, but there still can be copyright issues with other countries and not just in the United States. So please keep in mind that when using, excuse me y'all, I'm suffering from a cold. When using what was I going to say? When using the music or the audio, just keep in mind that the music can have copyright issues. So if you Google your music and make sure that it doesn't have any copyright infringes tied to it, associated with it, you can use it. I have found that in my best interest, it's been music that is not, I guess you would say, trending music, along with instrumental music. There are a lot of content out there that can be used, like different beats as far as, to go with your reels. So you just have to dive through it. And also I have shared that I use CapCut. If you would like the link for CapCut, I do not mind sharing it. They are offering 7 days for free if you never had it. Hey cousin, how are you? They are offering 7 days for free. If you have never had CapCut, they will let you experience the pro side. I will tell you now that the free side is very, very helpful. You get so many features. And hold on, I have a question. Tracy, can you touch on the Facebook music that Meta allows us, and what selection can we locate that on? So basically what I've been doing is I've been Googling my music, and if you would like, I could just Google it and share it with you. But I think there is a back office for Facebook that allows you to get music from there as well, and I do not mind sharing that information. I just don't have it handy right now, but I definitely can provide it in notes and have it uploaded later. Have you ever searched on the copyright music on Facebook and used that? Yes and no. So a lot of the music that is copyrighted on Facebook, by you being in America, it won't really go into details if it's copyrighted in other countries, but Facebook will definitely pin you if the music has a copyright issue in other countries. So it doesn't give you like a broad information. So you definitely just have to say, make sure it doesn't have any copyrights, and you just have to be very detailed on no copyrights in countries, in all countries. Okay, if you can tag me later when you find it. Okay. I would definitely make note of it, and I will share it, and I am going to write your name down and let you know. Okay. Thank you so much for the question. But yeah, so that the music, also when making your reels and posting, if you are a part of or have been invited to do performance bonus, please, please, please remember that it has to be authentic material. Meaning, do not go Google meme or pictures because it's on Google. It's not authentic. It's not yours. Don't go taking TikTok videos and changing the music and keeping the people and using it. It's not yours. It's not authentic. So if you want to be paid for your content, excuse me guys, I'm sorry. If you want to be paid for your content, it needs to be authentic. It needs to be pictures of you, pictures of whatever you do, whatever your brand is. If you want to do motivational quotes, please make sure that you put who owns the quote information on there. Give them their props because it can be labeled as copyright. I don't know if that light is making my lip look like it's white over here, but it's not. But anyway, sorry y'all. That's what happens when you're just like looking at yourself. I'm like staring at myself. Anywho, so the music, the hashtags, and the content of your reels. And I will also keep in mind your content on your post as well. Also, how do I work around the music for my streaming with the gaming? Is free beats. Inquire about a playlist before, and my streaming sometime like in Russian. It might be copyright, but 85% of the time I've never have issues, just as the information was shared from your follows. So on the gaming side of it, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a gamer, but I will think that you will have the same experience that we have because it's still on the platform as Facebook. I will share with you that if you go to your main screen and go to your help desk, and if you go in your inbox, and if you have any alerts there, then that will be something that can help you point you in the right direction as far as your music content. If you have like alerts in there that's saying that this music is copyright and they want you to either remove the music from the video, or you do like you say that you want to fight, you want to tell them that you don't think that you are doing a copyright, or the third option will be to delete it. So the gaming part of it, like I said, I think it works the same way as Facebook on this side that I do as far as reels, videos, and posts. But I can definitely take a look at it. I'm just not a gamer, so that is going to be a little bit challenging for me. So it's definitely going to have to give me some time on that. Okay. Any more questions regarding the reels? Tracy Harwell. Oh no, I was sharing that when I do the method, most 85% of the time management. Oh, okay. You're telling me. Okay, and being free, don't have any issues. Okay, perfect. You don't have any issues. Okay, great. So I can scratch that out because I am not a gamer. So I'm glad that works out for you. But if your side shows you like somewhere where you can get your music, maybe that's something that you can share with me, and then I can share with everybody on the platform as well. And between the two, I mean, they all the content creators can use that music, because literally what I do is I download the music onto my phone or to my laptop, and I use it through CapCut. And then once I'm done with the music, I either keep it or delete it to be able to get more music. But yeah, so if you share that with me, then I can share my information as well. If you have any questions about this side, ask me and I can definitely share ideas. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm glad to know. I'll keep you down for a reference. Appreciate ya. All right. So, any more questions on the reels? Do we have any concerns or anything anybody want to share before I get into the Roth IRA? Hi, thank you for joining my live. I want to let everybody know I do have a free gift for everybody. If you click on the link at the bottom of the page, it is a free gift. It does ask you for your name, your email address, but it's a free gift. And I think it's a great tool with everything that we're going through right now in the world. It is titled Past is the Past and Focus on the Future. I think it is very easy, simple, like maybe 1 or 2 minute read, but it's a free gift that I'm offering everyone. So please don't be shy, get it. And once you download it, if you want to share it with other friends and family, by all means do so. I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's dive into this Roth IRA. I'm sorry, y'all. I get excited about talking about money. Anytime I'm talking about some money, I get excited. So, I get excited about Facebook too, but I typically get excited more with money. All right. So, Jamaica, this is for you. So if you have any questions, please, please, please stop me, okay? All right. Roth IRA is a self-direct set-up retirement account. It is not, hold on. It is incredibly strict for gamers because we not only use, okay, got you. Okay, so you into stocks. See, only stocks that I do is the ones that are associated with my mutual funds and my mutual funds with the retirement and all of that. So I don't do anything outside. Well, I do have Robinhood, but it's yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I didn't show on my screen level. What didn't show on the screen? Are you speaking of the link? Because I know if you tap the link and it says featured links and then it says free gift and then you just click on it. Okay. All right. So, how many people are familiar with the retirement account that you get from your employer, which is formerly known as a 401k, and it's the employer-sponsored retirement account? How many people are familiar with that? Okay, cool. So you're in the right place. I'm definitely finna talk about that. So I'm just gonna talk about the difference, or tell you about one and then tell you about the other, and then tell you what my personal experience is and what you should do. Okay, I will. You are so full of knowledge over there. Thank you so much. I will definitely take a look at that. All right, so the Roth IRA is a self-direct, meaning this is money that you put in after you pay taxes. So once you get paid from your employer and they've already taken out taxes and you come home with your net pay, you can use those funds to contribute to your Roth IRA account. And once you put the funds in, you can sort it out whether if it's for stocks and bonds or different certs. It's up to you. That is something that you would definitely have to talk to when you call Fidelity or Charles Schwab or any of those investment companies. They can help you with that. And I'm just going to give you a rundown. So say, for example, you open up a Roth IRA and you deposit $30,000, or you over time, 6 years, you have $30,000 in the account. And that's money that you contribute to. All right. And once it been in there for 6 years, you have grown and gained interest of $15,000. So that will give you $45,000 total. Now keep in mind with the Roth IRA, you can only put in a certain amount one physical year. And that amount, if you are a single person, that amount is $6,500 for the year of 2023, which actually went up $500 since 2022. All of this information that I'm giving you also can be searched on Google as well, or definitely one of their websites. But these are the numbers that I just want to share to you. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you have a job and you're making, you know, let's just say you're making $30,000 a year, you can take 60,000 of those funds and put it into this account in 1 calendar year. So in 2 years, you'll have $12,000, and it is literally after taxes. So 6 years from now, when you have this money in this account and it's 30,000, let's just say it's 30,000, and you gain 45. If you wanted to withdraw from this account, you can't get the 45, but you definitely can get the 30, because it is the money that you contribute into the account. So all the funds you contribute is yours. And there's no penalty when you're dealing with the Roth IRA. That is the difference. You can access these funds 24/7, and there's no age requirement. All right. Hi, ladies. Thank you for joining the live. I have a free gift. If you click on the link down below, it's a free gift. Feel free to click on it now or after the live to obtain the gift. It's about a 1-2 minute read document that I feel that is going to help anybody that is dealing with society today. All right, so there's no minimum amount for disbursement, so you don't have to take out a certain amount, and you don't have to worry about any penalties, because it's the money that you contribute. And you can use these same funds for any real estate planning or tax-free, or you can leave it for your legacy, meaning your heir, and they can use the money tax-free once you leave it to them. Also, you do have the option of cashing it out. What is the max if you are married? Let's see. Hold on. I think I have that right here. Nope, this is not it. That is for the ages. Okay, hold on. And you know what? I should have wrote that down, because I'm always just thinking about me. You know what? Let me put that in my notes, because I did not write that down. And I don't know if it is one and the same, single or married. I mean, married or single or joint. But I do have 6,500 is the max. And then after that, then that's when they start talking about your age. Like if you're over 50, it used to be is 6,000, but now if you're past 50, then it's 7,000, because they're giving you a catch up of $1,000, and that can be contribute extra per calendar year with no penalties. And then if you are 59 and a half, you can draw out what you contribute and what you gain. So it goes back to the 45. The 45 that was over here, if you are 59 and a half, there is no penalties to draw out that money. But if you are not 59 and a half, then there is a 10% penalty only on the 15, not the 45, because 30 was always yours. You only gain 15. So it's only a penalty of 10%, and 10% of that is the 15 that you gained. Am I making sense? Because I don't see any questions. Also, I do want to share with an IRA Can you guys see? Let's see. Hold on. It should pop up in a minute. Okay. Let me see, can I make this bigger? Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay. So this is for the income portion. Now, I did get this information, Jamaica. I did get this as far as single, head of household, or married, because you do have to make a certain amount of money, and you can't go over a certain amount of money to be able to go into this into a Roth IRA. So, see, like in 2023, a single person 138 to 153. And then a married person 218 to 228. So I'm almost 100% sure that my notes is the max is 6,500 across the board, single or married, for a Roth IRA. What is the phase out? So basically, I mean, they use that terminology, but the phase out is basically, so you have to be able to make a certain amount of money to contribute $6,000, because the IRS wants to know where the money came from. Because normally when a person has a Roth IRA, they already either have an employer, they may have an employer retirement that they're already investing in, or they may have something within their employer that they're investing other funds in as well. So they have to know that this money is not just some money that was just put under the mattress, or you have a side, job, or you have inherited funds. And it's just a way for the IRS to know where the funds are coming from, basically. And they feel that if you have this income, taking $6,000 and putting it into this account is very lucrative for you to do, versus somebody that makes, let's say, $28,000 and probably already invested in a retirement, along with just the cost of living, and wanting to put $6,000 into a Roth IRA. It's just like a checks and balance. Is that making sense? Oh, well, Bella, I will say this for the record. This is based off of in America. It may be different. Y'all may have something totally different. I do know, since the currency is not the same, I will almost guarantee that this is not going to be the same as well. So pardon me for, giving out information. Oh, okay. So, yeah. That's odd, because if you have children and getting a return, you can still max out without making this much. That is true. That is definitely true. However, all of this stuff is before actually getting returned from your taxes. This is what you will be reporting prior to. And because they are going to be using your W-2 income, or wherever your income is coming from. So if it's 1099, you work for yourself, or if it is a W-2, then that form is going to show, about your other retirement accounts. If you have one, it's going to be in a tax bracket by itself. I'm going to move this so I can see you guys, because wait a minute now. Okay, there we go. But that is true, and that's why, I guess that's why the difference is of having our Roth IRA And typically, like I said, it's been my experience. I've always had a retirement account with my job that was sponsored, and then I would take the additional funds that I may have and put it into my Roth IRA, because I do have one, and I even have a custodian account for my daughter because she's a minor. But hers, I don't have a certain amount that I have to put in, even though there is a max that I can put in for her at her age. But I've never even touched that amount because I'm still trying to invest in myself. And regardless as to what I have, it automatically rolls over to my kids if something happens to me. I mean, it's kind of like life insurance. It's just going to roll over to the beneficiaries. Okay, it's definitely hard to understand at first, Bella, but it encourages because the knowledge is the game. Yeah, I would definitely have to like first convert pesos into to our currency, and then answer that question based off what the U.S. value is. And like I said, dealing with Roth IRAs and employers sponsored retirement accounts, I only know it on our side. I really don't know it in other countries. I'm sorry. um, so let me ask you this: do y'all have a sponsored retirement account with your employer? Because if you don't, I say definitely look into it. It's probably coming up around this year, like around next month, to enroll if you do have that option. Because one thing I know about the sponsored ones, they match, and most employers will match up to 6%. And that is the benefit of using or having the one with your job, and then using the remainder balance. I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter's hollering for me again. I'm sorry, y'all. I appreciate you sharing the information with us. Oh, thank you. Um, Tracy, later I will send you my name and ID in the group, and I can do the topics regarding investing. I think it would be something you'll consider. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Um, so yeah, so with the employer sponsored, come here, baby. Okay, well just turn it back on. So with that one, they will match, and if they match up to 6%, then you are already well aware as far as having that one. And if you put in 6,000 and then your job matches it 50%, which is 50% on a dollar, that means that it will be a total of $3,000. So by the end of the year, you have accumulated $9,000 in total. Yes, baby. Just go turn the TV back on, Raya. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Now, when it start building up and you're collecting the 9,000 and your retirement account is saving, so if you're on your job for 2 years and it's $18,000, quite naturally, $6,000 of that is what the employer contribute to. So once the employer has contributed their funds to your retirement account, it is taxed. Like it is tax. It's another tax bracket, and depending on when you withdraw the money, it depends on what the tax bracket will be. You don't know what this tax bracket number is going to be until you actually try to either withdraw funds from it before you're 59 and a half, where you'll automatically be penalized for the 10%, or when you're 59 and a half, and then there's no taxes, but then you just have to pay the tax rate on that amount. And one thing that I have noticed, even once you're taking a employer sponsored account, and say that you retire and they put it in a different type of account, which will be a Roth IRA. Now, catch 22. When you turn 70, they will make you take a disbursement out if you are not taking out money. Like, they will have to send you a check, and it's up to you what you want to do with that check. I have seen people take that check and then they either start a new account for their children or their grandchildren, but that money has to come out and you have no control of it, because the IRS is only going to keep a certain amount of money in there. It's almost like a maturity number. So, like I said, I've seen people, open up additional accounts for a custodial, which will be either, anybody under the age of 18. And then if you want to, you can start like a savings for school college funds. They also open those up as well, which is a different tax bracket and it's non-tax. So that is, some things to consider or put in the back of your mind when the time comes, as far as building your money up and seeing, if you reach that threshold of $1,000, because $1 million, because this is based off of $1 million. I almost kind of just did the calculator, like if we started saving at the age of 25. And because I didn't have any realistic numbers, I'm just throwing numbers out here to you guys just for educational purposes. But there are a lot of spreadsheets online that I do not mind sharing, if you need a more detailed graphic of it. And if you have a retirement account already set up, it should be in the back office that you can go in and play with the information, to see what the numbers will be like when you become a retirement age. So, Jamaica, I just want to make sure that I'm addressing your concerns, and have I touched on the basis as far as the Roth IRA. Now, my personal experience with both, I will say, number one, definitely have the one with your job. Definitely max it all the way out as far as what they match. My previous employer did do 6%, so I put in and match their 6%. You don't want to put in a minimum, because I don't believe in keeping no money on the table. It's literally free money, and any financial advisor will tell you that is free money. You work there, you put in your time, max it out. If you can afford to, max it out. And then if you still have funds on the side, then that's when I would start investing into a Roth IRA, because you can put all the way up to a max of $6,500. Question: does a Roth IRA stock come with dividend yield? You can set it up that way. Most definitely, you can. Once you are setting that account up, and when you're talking to your advisor, like Charles Schwab, I have an advisor with them. Once you have a conversation with them and you tell them what you want to do, they will give you like a list. They can either email it to you or just tell you what it is, but you can see all of it, in real time. Once you have your logins and username, you can play with the numbers and see what you want to do. It's definitely something great to invest in as far as a Roth IRA. Because like I said, it's your tax money. It's like a higher savings account, because it's drawing interest. Keep in mind that interest does go up and down. So let's just say, for example, if it was 28%, and you got 12,000 in there, that's a nice piece of change that you wasn't gonna have in a traditional savings account if you were to go with Navy Federal Credit Union, or if you were to go to Regions or anything like that. It's like pennies on a dollar. And everything that you contribute into this account is your money. You can get it anytime you want to. I have seen plenty of my borrowers take out money from these accounts to purchase a house, to purchase a car, to pay off debt to purchase a house. So it's a very smart investment, and it's best to save it there versus saving it in versus taking money out of your retirement account from your employer sponsor. Because when you take money out of there, most likely it's going to be a loan. The loan is going to have interest, and you're paying interest on the money that you already contributed to. I hope that makes sense. I really don't recommend anyone taking money out of their retirement account that is sponsored through their employer, because that loan, again, is going to have interest, and it has another penalty too. It's like two penalties that I can remember. One, I think it's like a tax penalty because you're under 59 and a half, and then I think the other one is because you are paying it back, and it's a very high interest rate, and it's your money. Okay, so yes, it's making sense. Okay, great. I just know when I first started getting into the Roth IRAs, they were not making sense to me. I really had to sit down with my advisor and get educated. And then once he told me, I'm like, this is so simple. Like, this is so simple. Like, why didn't they teach us this in school? I mean, I would have invested in a Roth IRA at my first job, because you can literally open it up with $1,000. Literally. I'm going to look into this because I love when dividend yields hit your account with the previous, right? That's what it is. It's like anything with investments, it is not a quick return. It is a literally 11 and a half month return. And it's like a CD, even though our generation probably don't even do CDs anymore. And again, the interest rates are not as they used to be back in the day. But I did see a very decent CD come across about 2 weeks ago. I can't remember who it was, but it was oh my God, I can't even quote the interest rate on it now. But it was like for $500. And typically, CDs will start you off at $1,000. So, I mean, if you have small kids, it's worth getting CDs still. But if you want to have more of a bang for your buck, I would definitely say look into the Roth IRA. Hey y'all, thank y'all for joining my live. I got some new intakes that came in. I have a gift for everyone on the live. If you click on the link, there is a PDF document letting the past be the past and go focus on your future. Just go in there, click on the link. It's absolutely free. It's just going to ask you for your name and your email address. They never wanted us to have access to these type of financial literacy because it holds too much power for individuals. Exactly. I mean, I'm not knocking nobody that went to college. I went to college. I didn't finish. I went to college. I just didn't finish. But it amazes me that the average person can go to college, get into $100,000 worth of debt, and can't even really find a job making $50,000 a year on their first job. And then they're forced to stay either with their parents, a roommate, and get an apartment. You can't get a credit card. You're not able to buy a car without a cosigner, and you're not able to buy a house until you have 2 years proof or have a career job showing that stability. But you can get 100 and blankety blank in student loans and start your debt journey right there. So make it make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And like I said, it was something that I always had a big interest in right after starting my journey as far as working with a small kid. So I definitely like learned by trial and error. And the fact that college is, hold on, I gotta pull this up to me. Fact, college is good, but what do you learn on the fly in school and in life comes with a different terms of credit. It does. It does, because I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know what your circles consist of, but I have had individuals that I have met that has, either finished school or didn't finish school. I'm going to focus on the ones that did finish school. Finish school, look for a job, land a job, making anywhere from 35, 38 to $40,000. And they're like on a ramen noodle, peanut butter jelly sandwich, you know, lunch plan in their own home because they're trying to have an apartment, they're trying to have a car, and then they're trying to have, everything that their parents told them to, get, which will be make sure you get life insurance, make sure you have insurance on your car, make sure you, you're covered with your home if anything happened, you have insurance so you can, have the safety nest. By the time you get through investing in all of that, most of the time your money is gone. So it doesn't really give you room for extra anything. So I just feel like somewhere between high school and somewhere between college, they kind of failed us as far as education, because had someone came in and said, go take a trade, go start a job with the trade, further your education, going to college while you have the trade, and as you are already in a workforce with experience, and you're, most people that have a trade, they go in a job making $20 an hour. I mean, I am a witness to that. A trade took me from making $12.50 to $20 an hour. And it was very it was a very smart decision for me, especially because I was going through a divorce and I didn't finish, college. I had to leave. So with having that certification, I was able to make $20 an hour, and I was 21 years old. So that was good money for a 21-year-old. But there are some kids that are getting out of college 25 years of age, and they're paying them $14.75 or $12.75 entry level, and they done went to college. Just, make it make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. I agree, it doesn't make sense on a dollar, and unfortunately, but we all don't have to repeat the same story. Exactly, and that's the reason why I do my lives, because I want this to reach somebody where they can educate themselves, their kids, their grandchild, and say, hey, have you thought about going to a trade school? I was listening to this lady on social media, and she said that she got accounting certification when she went to a trade school, and she went from making, getting a job with no experience or no education, $12.75, where it bumped her up to have $20 an hour because she had a certification in accounting. I had a certification in payroll clerk in accounting, and I had my first job. It was at a bank. I was a bank teller. I was a teller too, so I think that's probably why it was $20 an hour. But definitely, that was really nice money for me. Put it like this: I was able to save and start a life for me and my son after going through a divorce. It's like they left out 5 extra parts that we should have. Oh my goodness, that we should. Oh wait. That we should have known before we left school, and once we were old enough to realize it, some of the key stuff we don't know, and that's a problem. It's definitely a problem. You're empowering your views and with the different perspective, which is pushing them forward. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I just look at it like this. if we can catch a generation and show them a different way. I learned this. I have a 20-year-old son. So I learned this with using this system on my son. And I asked my son, I said, my generation said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I asked my son, what kind of money do you want to make when you become grown? Where do you want to live? What type of house do you want to live in? What type of car do you want to drive? And I had him look that up. And then I had him search. I want to make $98,000 a year. What jobs pays $98,000 a year? And I promise you, if you look it up, there is probably 45% of those jobs that don't require you to have no type of any degree. Hands down. And that's what I'm saying. It's like we were educated to be, what do you want to be, other than where do you want to be financially? And if you ask yourself those questions, it just makes more sense to say, I want to make $98,000 because cost of living is $45,000. I can have this car and I can do this stuff and save this kind of money. Versus, I'm going to go and be a school teacher, and over here in Mississippi, they probably only pay $38,000. But if you go to Houston, they are paying $60,000 and $70,000. You go to New York, and they might be paying $80,000. So it's like, what school system do you pick? You know? Great question for your son, challenging his greatness and future success. Look, I had to. I set my son down at the age of, I want to say he was 12. My son wanted $10, and I said, "Huh, I don't have $10." And he said, "Mom, let's just get your card and go to the ATM." Y'all, I pulled out a notepad. I said, "Sit down. It's time for us to have this talk." I pulled out a sheet of paper. I said, "Write this down. Put M for mortgage. Put I stayed in Memphis at the time, so I said put Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, because that was our water, light, and gas, and we had all three in my house. I went through my mail and I said, this is how much our utility bill is, and it was like $114. And then I was like, at the time I didn't have a mortgage because I had just paid my house off. So I didn't have a mortgage, but I had taxes, I had insurance. So I told him how much it was yearly divided by 12. Write that down. I shared with him how much we paid in groceries. Like I pulled out, receipts and showing him, okay, we just made groceries. So typically I make groceries once a week. So I said, just, times this by 4. Write this down. And then I told him how much I make and how much I brought home after they took out all their taxes. And I said, now you see where our money go? And he's like, yes, ma'am. I mean, I showed him a reality check. Like I showed him, and then I even took it a step further. I showed my son my savings account, and I showed him my checking account, and I even, showed him other means of where money was. And I said, now this money over here, we will never touch this money, because my whole life past 25, if I don't have 6 months of all of my bills, and I mean gas, food, cell phone, life insurance, credit cards, if I don't have 6 months of all of that money saved in the savings account, I ain't going nowhere. We ain't eating out. We not eating out. I'm cooking every night. I'm not going to get my nails done. Okay? I don't even get my nails done, but we're not doing anything. We are literally going to save everything that we have until I have 6 months of all of my bills saved. That is just something that I stand on. When I talk to a client as far as working on their credit or anything, and I go through their bank statements and I'm like, I'm sorry to be hard on you, but you spend unnecessary money. And the reason why I say it's unnecessary is because I'm honest to myself, and I'm going to be honest to you, because I want you to be like, Your experience with me was great. I help you achieve your goals because that's I'm a goal achiever person. I mean, I drive on that. And it's like, if that means no McDonald's, no Taco Bell, no, perfume, because you just want to smell good, you can smell good with soap and water, baby. You can buy Dove and smell good. So I'm real straight to the point and I'm honest. I want everybody that I touch to have 6 months of all their bills saved. I mean, even if you say, Miss Tracy, I really go to the movies like twice a month. Well, we gonna put this in as far as your 6 month savings, because if you gotta be able to still live your normal life for 6 months if anything happened to you, whether that means you lose a job, you have a baby, a family emergency comes up, you need 6 months minimum to get your life back on, just to stay afloat. 6 months. That's all I ask people. If you can do that, it is a game changer. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I got on a rant because I'm just real passionate about saving and having and teaching. That's because it feels like back when we were more valued as cash cows, employers and companies versus entrepreneurs and people with trades who can do for themselves, be hireable everywhere with certified skills we can take through life. Yes. And to be honest with you, in smaller cities, I have noticed that they're not as forgiving with certifications. But city, like if you go to the city, I mean, you can have 4 or 5 different trades and be working 2 jobs and making decent money under the age of 25. Like, real talk. And you will get paid like, someone that went to a 2-year college. Like, they don't discriminate because you have the work experience. At a trade school, they are teaching you the experience along with the education, but you're getting mostly trained on the physical job itself versus books. Great lesson for your son sometime. Something, this is what it takes to really grasp adult. Yeah, to be adult. Exactly. Like, when do they supposed to learn? Do you learn when you leave your parents' house and you go get your first apartment? That's a hard lesson to learn. That is a very hard lesson to learn. Much respect. With such cool conversation to have with your son, he will remember that, and he will when he get older. Oh, he's 20 years old, and he he still remember it. He's like, man, my mama had me do this, my mama had me do that. But I would tell you this, and I'm just sharing this. I told my son that I was so proud of him because, and I was proud of myself. I was proud of myself that he allowed me to be able to use him with my knowledge, because my son is 20 and my son has a credit score of a 696, a 700, and a 706 or 705, something like that. And to be 20 years old with that credit score, there are adults that don't have that credit score. And he has a credit card right now, and I'm teaching him. Y'all bear with me. I'm teaching him how to use a credit card. I gave him the smallest one to use, which is like a $500 card. But I'm teaching him to pay it before his statement date. And I'm teaching him, his auto payments are already set up. But if he wanted to use the card, for an extra event, and he has the money in his checking account, go ahead and pay it off, soon as you, like the next day. Just go ahead and just get in the habit of paying the additional funds off on your card, so you won't have that over your head and your credit score won't go down. Smell good stuff in word, I dig it. Look, you laugh, but I told one of my friends that because she was like, she's like, you help everybody else save money and I'm over here struggling. And I said, okay, all right. I put on some clothes and I went to her house. I said, come on. Come on. She said, what? I said, give me your bank statement. She's like, I don't have any. I was like, well, put them up on the computer. So we printed it out and I'm going through there with a yellow highlighter. Like, she was mad at me when I got done with y'all. I was like, nails, hair, alcohol. I was like, this is a want, a want, a want, a want, a want. I was like, and then I added it all up. I'm like, boo, this $1,500. Like, make it make sense. You over here hollering about you broke, but you got $1,500 that you could have had in your savings account this month if you wouldn't have gotten your nails done, if you wouldn't have gotten your hair. I mean, she has so many hair pieces that she should be able to sell. Like, I told her, if she ever become an entrepreneur, she need to sell hair. And she's like, no, because I probably will never sell none. I'll just keep it. I said, well, you definitely need to be an entrepreneur or something, because the way you like to spend money, you need some extra money to spend. But I really, really love her because during the pandemic, she was able to purchase a home, and I was super, super excited for her. That we were able to even have that conversation. I don't have too many of my friends that will allow me to touch their finances and say X, Y, and Z. I did experience when I was in Memphis, a lot of people tried to talk me out of everything I was trying to do. Just to give you a little rundown, I owned 4 homes. I had a primary home and 3 investment properties, all under the age of 26 years old. And it was because it was introduced to me how to purchase real estate when I was back in Memphis, Tennessee. And my very first home I bought was less than $10,000. And it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. And the reason why that one stick out to me is because I used to live in it. And that was my foundation that told me that I needed to be about finances. Period. Like, that was the one. Between working at the bank and dealing with real estate, that's when I really became more hungry, more passionate about wanting to learn about the real estate laws, about the taxes, about finances, about money, how to save money, how to make money. It became my love. It became my first love. Them big girl conversations. There's real friends. Yes. Oh, hi Tiffany. No, it's okay. Look, I'm gonna have it posted on the page. You can definitely replay it. Y'all, if y'all don't mind, please, click the arrow, hit the arrow, and put it into some groups or put it on your page. Let your friends know about my live. That would be I'm really considering just doing PM lives, but I would definitely let everybody know before I just switch up. Right now I have them every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Research and look into the break a deal and to avoid trades. How well, I'm interested in your thoughts on that. Okay, I'm gonna have to screenshot that. All right, you gave me so much homework on top of the homework that I do. And also, if you follow me, I do have a training coming up with Alcorn State University where I'm going to be speaking on about creating your brand for your business. It is absolutely free, so if you have not registered, please register for the class. It is for anybody that is an entrepreneur or looking to be an entrepreneur, and it's not just for women, it's for guys as well. So feel free to register. It does ask a few questions once you're registering, because they just want to know, where you're located from and how did you hear about the program with the Women's Business Center with Alcorn State University. So if you can, my day is on the 28th, and it is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And there I will do like a presentation on creating your brand. Do anybody have any questions for me? Do we have any new topics? I think Jamaica, I know Jamaica probably hopped off of here because her live starts like right at 10. But if you have any questions or any concerns, or if you have a topic for me that you want me to touch base on for next week, I can definitely start looking into that or put it in my notes to touch base on it. Tiffany, if you're still here, I do have a link at the bottom where you can get a PDF document. It is about a 1 to 2 minute read. The title of it is The Past is the Past, Focusing on the Future. Feel free to download the PDF, save it, give it to your family members, give it to your friends. I think it's an awesome read. I really, really enjoyed it when I was reading it, and I did want to share that as my free gift for letting me take up your time for an hour of your time. I love giving back. So not only with the information that I provide to you, I also want to give, additional information. So if that is all, I am not going to hold you. I am going to jump on my Friends Jamaica Turner's Live. So if anybody wants to go there with me, let me know and I'll take you on over there with me as well. That's been my hour. It's been great talking to everyone here. No lie, once learned the value of investing. It changed my mindset and perspective on how I move as a consumer, and I think with more of the investment. Exactly. And that's a really good thing, and that's the thing that I want to share with others, so others can have that same mindset, because it's definitely not something that's taught. You have to either bump into someone with experience, or kind of just hear about it and then want to learn about it. But I want to change the narrative on that. I want the younger generation to learn this at an earlier age where they can benefit the most. Because if you can save and have a life insurance policy in your 20s, is way more cheaper than getting it in your 30s, and so on and so on. I mean, it's life, right? And definitely they can buy a house before buying an apartment. I mean, not buying an apartment, but living in an apartment. I do understand some individuals are not really ready for a home, but I think they hadn't been taught that the same thing that you can do in an apartment, you can do in your home, but you have a tax write-off. So you're basically saving. You're not just giving your money away. Have a blessed one. Keep bringing the knowledge that you are on the right track. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. And thank y'all so much for letting me take your time and sharing this hour with you. If you have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to look at my about. My number is there. I do 15-minute consultations for free, or you can DM me and we can set up whatever we need to set up from there. Until then, see you next Thursday. What is today? Today's Tuesday. See you Thursday at 9 a.m. or Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Time. Y'all have a great one. It's been real. Bye.